At the age of 36, he left the safety of a permanent job in a large corporations, if you will, and with two venture capitalists, purchased a small aviation components company in Rockford, Illinois. That company became Unison Industries, which grew to 1,500 employees over the course of the next 20 years, and at one point then, of course, located here to Jacksonville. Became a market leader in his industry segment, and in 2002, it was acquired by GE Corporation. He currently, he's a past chairman of the General Aviation Manufacturers Association, a director of a Be a Pilot program. He's also a trustee of the Harvey Mudd College and the president of the Sontag Foundation, a charitable foundation to promote advancements in brain cancer research and a number of other community nonprofits within Northeast Florida. So let's give a good hand and welcome Rick.
I started out coming out of school, ready to look for a job, worked for companies for about 8 years or so. I managed to get myself fired 3 times, and I think that may have been a record for Harvard Business School. In 1979, the year before we bought that company, they sold 17,000 small airplanes. And by 1983, they sold under 2,000 airplanes, and the market never recovered for the next 15 years. That was how I got my start as an entrepreneur. Levered to the hilt, market completely collapsed. What we did was, geez, there's no OEM business left. I guess we have an aftermarket business, let's focus on that. And that is, we spent the whole time rebuilding our business around the aftermarket service parts business. We started crawling out of it by about 1984, 85. We were starting to really make some money again, and growing the business, mostly in the almost all in the aftermarket. By 1986, late 1986, we were making enough money that we had paid down our debt, all $8 million bucks, believe it or not, and bought out our 2 VC houses. And so by 1987, roughly, we were independent. We were on the road to having a nice little company making great margins in this airplane business, but we were stuck in a very small market, this little piston engine airplane business. So we said to ourselves, what do we do next for an encore, because there is no room in the market for doing anything else. So what we decided is we're going to go after the big airplane business, the commercial airliners, military, et cetera. And we started out by developing our own product, an ignition system. Those jet airplanes that you hop on every day have an ignition system just like the little piston guys. And it's the thing that lights the engine. When you hear the engine go and light up, there's a little ignition system on those things that makes it happen. So we decided we're going to go into that business of making that component. It's very similar to the business we're already in. We developed a proprietary product, a solid-state product that nobody had done before, and we kind of wedged ourselves into the market back in 1988. The deal happened in April 19 of 2002. We sold this thing to GE. If I had to point to one thing that I would say is the most important thing for an entrepreneur in how you grow and manage your business, it's the structuring, hiring, organizing, evaluating, reviewing, and managing people, including termination of people. Selection of people, how do you hire them, what do you look for? Organization of people, how do you put them together in a system that gets the job done, because I view every business like an organism where you have a whole bunch of organs that you want to put together and make this thing work as a unified organism. And a lot of times the organs that you're putting together aren't the ones that you thought you're going to have, but it's how you can creatively put them together and make them work together and work as a unit. And then how to make the thing work harmoniously over a period of time, including reviewing people, including how you evaluate people's performance, and when necessary, how you weed people out that are not the fits, and how do you do that process of weeding out. And I'd have to say, if I had to point to one thing in my entire career that I would say is the most pivotal thing in how I ran as an operator of businesses and how I run today, it's that. It's the people part of it.